Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place you're guaranteed to get a veteran's opinion about the world we live in today. I am Jim, and joining me again
Jace,
is
baby, Jace.
Jace, and a
And,
special guest, right? I guess
and
whoever
we're going to give you our opinions, whether you like it or not.
you got to get that in. It's so funny because I completely changed the intro up, and there's no really segue for it, but you forced it in. I got it. So yeah, and again, apologies to all our loyal supporters. When I mean Johnny and Christine. Yeah, I've been dealing with allergies and stuff like that, been knocking me out. You could probably still tell it in my voice now. It's been carrying, and it will probably carry through another week or so because pollen and stuff is really bad here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's bad here, but it's going away. And I
yeah.
apologize because we were going to record Thursday, and funny enough, my bingo game ran late. I play with the old people at our little hall here at my community. It's fucking awesome. No, I don't live in a 55 and older community, but if I did, I'd play bingo with them because it's fun. I love elders. I love
No,
my elders.
no veterans bingo around.
I don't internet. No, it's so fucking suck.
Well, anyway, so we missed a whole week of something, but we're still going to talk about what we missed and all that stuff. So
And we're gonna make up for it
yeah, we'll make up for it. We'll probably get 2 episodes out this week, but hopefully.
because I'm wearing an old vintage shirt. If you guys can see it, I don't know. Can you see it?
Wow, dude, that is like classic. That was like one of the first samples we made. Well, we didn't make anything after that, so that's definitely a collector's item.
So if anybody wants some merch, let us know. I'll
Right,
even give this away. I'll even autograph it.
right. Since we didn't make any merch yet, I guess we'll have to make do. But anyway, so let's get into what we want to talk about. I guess we could first start with the big thing of the last week was what did it call it? Liberation Day? Is that what it's called?
It's the start of the golden age, baby.
It started the golden age, right?
Yeah. That's
Interesting note. Did it stick though? Did it? I mean, is it really something that's taking control and power? Did it stick?
What do you mean?
I mean, you know how the left celebrated Erection Day, and they just pounded it so much that people actually trying to make it. They think people were going to make it stick, but I
Well,
don't
they
think it only
pounded it so
stuck as a
much they ran
topic.
it
But
dry.
right, but that's what I'm saying. So yeah, a little
Um,
more lubricant, right?
you know what really kills me? This is what Trump said he was going to do when we all elected him. The 70 plus, I don't know, whatever, man. The electoral and the people, we elected him because we wanted him to do this shit. We wanted him to take our country back. And the thing that cracks me up, the more and more like I do a little TV watching, fucking Obama said the same shit and didn't
Yep.
execute. Fucking Pelosi said the
Clinton,
same shit.
the
Pelosi had a
hypocrisy is
fucking
crazy, dude.
a sheet just like Trump shit had about what countries were raping us.
Yeah,
I believe
it's
though,
hypocrisy,
just
dude.
just from what I've watched so far, um, this tariff shit seems to be working.
Well, it was explained to me, and like I said, I'm not an idiot, right? So there's a lot of idiots out there. So take that for what it's worth. Is I'm not an idiot. I still don't understand the depth of it, right?
Right.
So you talk
Neither,
to your
neither do
local
I.
people, right? You talk to your local people, and they're just like, oh my God, they're freaking out over crap they really don't understand. But from what it was explained to me is that our economy is being propped up by printed dollars, fake government jobs, and all government income. But if you think about what government income is, it's taxpayer dollars. So we're literally running our
Right.
economy with a overbloated government that is being paid by a civilian sector that is shrinking, right? So just
Right.
imagine that you're getting your tax dollars from civilian sector jobs that are shrinking, and then you're paying everybody that doesn't even produce anything because the government doesn't produce anything, period. And then you're inflating the stock market with foreign entities, which is making the rich people richer. And all of this is going on. And people don't realize that what Trump's doing is he's taking the the money, the market, the everything. What they say from Wall Street back to Main Street, but he's trying to get our country rich on the private sector. You know, the people who are producing stuff.
Well, our like you said, shit's shrinking. Our country's dwindling. Our jobs are going away. This and that. Well, guess what? That means less tax dollars.
Where are we going to get the money to keep paying for government stuff and handouts?
Right.
Where are we
So,
getting the money if we're not making things,
so
producing things?
how can you be opposed to bringing jobs back to America? Because that's where we're going to get our tax money from.
Well, I don't think people are opposed to that, right? If Trump can bring out a magic wand and just say, because I think he said it to Obama. God, I can't even speak. Obama was trying to make fun of him, saying, "Oh, he got a magic wand." Well, yeah. If we could do it instantly, I think people would probably have no qualms. But everybody knows that no matter what you go through, what change, significant change, hell, have anybody ever moved before? It ain't easy. You got to
No,
pack, you got to change, you got to go through all this inconvenience, but then you get to your new house and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. So these people out here crying and whining, I'm kind of, whatever. I'm done with people. I had a conversation with a dude last night. You're going to have to deal with it. And this is what this is what kind of set me off. I know I got my ADD going on. I'm jumping here. But I am so sick of people who just had 4 years of their garbage. And the moment it's our turn to try our garbage, even if it doesn't work, you're
stop.
whining and complaining. You know what I mean? Like, just shut
Yeah,
the F up and let us have a chance. You
I
just did.
I I
You
agree
just
with
did.
that to a certain extent, but the problem I see is I just what pops into my mind is when you're saying the young people, that fucking dumb fucking bitch AOC. Because it's like she might be the forerunner of running the Democrat Party.
Right.
There's a possibility she'll run for president. That I mean,
But
that's
but
a positive, but
But I keep trying to get back to the raw roots of this. Okay, like I said, I actually literally had a conversation from a guy from Jersey. No surprise, because we were both from Jersey. I had a conversation. He's an older dude, and tried to bring the Trump politics thing and all that. And you know, I don't care about politicians anymore. Everybody in this country knows politicians should not be a career. 99% of them are all corrupt and out for themselves. Most of them go in broke and then come out rich. Everyone knows this. So why do we sit here and back these politicians? I'm not even backing Trump. I like what he's doing. I like what
right,
he's doing. If my neighbor was the one doing it, it would be great. But I don't get that opportunity. So I'm
right.
so sick and tired of people pretending that they're on this political spectrum of, oh yeah, now I believe my politician. No, you don't. You never did. You
Uh,
never did. So
all right.
stop.
Well, anyways, like I was saying, like these, it just kills me this all this hypocritical fucked up shit.
That's what they
And
are, dude.
and then I'm not just talking about all those clowns that were because they're all fucking. They've been in politics for so long. They've all talked about tariff is the best fucking answer for shit. And then when Trump actually executes it and does it, he's a fucking piece of shit. We're gonna protest.
It's
Fuck
like you said,
that.
Jace. You have video of these
Yes.
people now
Oh yeah.
protesting it, telling you years ago it was good. Uh, Biden, I mean, all of these people telling you it was good, and you are
Oh
so
right.
freaking stupid
But
you
but
can't
then
look at the
but then
video.
on top of it, even Trump warned everybody. There's going. He's like that cracked me up. The analogy they were talking about. He performed the surgery. The surgery is over. Now we have to recover, but it's
Yeah,
not going to be overnight. It's going to take a bit, and part of the surgery and the recovery is the fact that the stock market went down for a while. We fucking knew that was going to go down for a while.
Of course. And
We
you know
know
what's
you're not. You know when you have surgery, you're not going to get up the next fucking day, and you're gonna everything's going to be. No, you're going to feel like fucking shit. The just like the stock market felt like shit.
yeah,
It's
but
going to
dude,
climb back up and be better than
who
what it
runs the
was
stock
before.
market? Who controls the stock market? There are
Well,
billionaires that control the stock market.
well, the politicians do kinda, don't they?
Well, but the stock market is a game itself. You
Well,
remember
yeah,
with the GameStop gate, whatever it was? That was the people taking back power on the stock market. The stock market is not
right,
controlled by the people who invest in it. It's not at all. It's the BlackRock people. It's all those people that control the money. They control the stock market. They can choose to shortchange a stock and then bring another one up, and then the politicians work in coordination with
well,
them.
yeah.
So all of
How do
us
you
little
figure
people,
fucking Pelosi's worth 200 million?
hello. So all these people screaming, well, Trump's trying to make the billionaires richer. Why the billionaires are saying it too. The stock market is literally crashing against the billionaires. There's
Right,
even a billionaire that came out and said, no, I don't like what's happening in the stock market, but I completely understand what Trump is doing.
exactly.
He
But
completely understands. Because you know why? Because he plays the stock market for what it's worth. Just
right,
like Trump does, he plays business for what the rules are. Now he has a
right.
chance to change the rules and make them fair for everyone. He will. But these crooks, they ain't going to do that. They're going to keep
No,
the inside track, inside trader, all that stuff secret from all of you so they can keep winning. They're not letting you in the game. Trump
right.
is letting you in the game, and you're a freaking moron if you don't see that. He's letting you in the game that these people have been keeping you out of for years.
The
I'm
shit that
so tired of these freaking
I
people,
honestly
dude.
thought like some of the shit that plummeted, I should buy some of that stock.
Yes, now's the time to start buying stock. Yes.
I should.
Yes.
I'm like, I should just fucking go buy some of that shit, man.
Especially if it's companies that are going to start producing in this country, dude.
Right.
You need to start buying that stock. If you're buying stock on countries or companies outside the country, if there are countries, well, hell, look to see if they're bringing companies in here. Because anybody
Well,
that's going to
well,
move in
look
here
at
is going to start producing.
the chip company.
Yep.
That chip company's probably it's probably too late to buy stock in it, but the
Well,
one that Trump brought in that's investing like 500 billion or some shit. I don't know. There's 400 billion or four trillion that are investing in the United
yeah.
States right now
To
so far.
include, did you see what Ford just did? Ford just announced some employee discount for everybody,
Yeah,
which is
that
a
that
smart
doesn't mean
move.
shit to me because
Well,
Ford sucks.
but that's not the point. The point is it's a smart move, just like Tesla right now. Just like Tesla being attacked. Go ahead and lower their value. So now all these people can afford Teslas.
Well, speaking of that, fucking Tampon Tim is laughing about Tesla stock, but yet half his portfolio is fucking Tesla stock.
Half of his state's portfolios in Tesla stock. The
Right?
people he represents have stock in there, and he's rooting for it to
How
go down.
fucking ignorant is that?
It's an American company produced in America with American jobs. Like, this is what I don't understand. What do these people stand for? And I don't even care about what the people stand for. What are you morons supporting? Now, let's get it right now. Not all of them are genuine, people
No,
supporting this,
there's
but
no. One of my good friends is a fucking libtard, and like I was talking to you earlier. So yesterday was that whatever the fuck
hands
hands on
off.
your balls or something.
Yeah, hand up your ass or in somebody else's
She
pocket.
she's we're discussing she went to it and it was down the street at one. They couldn't have it downtown because we have a huge like world run, and so they had it in the little town over, and she claims 500 people were there, so I would say there's probably 200, and whatever the case may be. She was saying that it was peaceful, and then a couple people drive by and say "fuck you," blah blah blah, which I think is ignorant. I would never support the protest or go to it, but if I drove by, I'm not going to flick them off, tell them to fuck
Well, if
off.
they're peaceful, then you let them peacefully protest because they're the only
Right.
ones that are going to
I'll
look like
laugh at
idiots,
them
right? Yeah.
because they're fucking idiots. What are you protesting? And I asked her that, as I told you earlier. And the one only thing she could really cut. Oh, she's talking about how they're going to cut Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and blah blah blah. If fucking the country kept going the way it was, we wouldn't have it anyways.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point. The one thing she made because I'm a vet is she said the veteran suicide line is done. Call it and it'll just say no, this number doesn't exist. So I called it. It exists. Whoever was preaching that there is full of shit, and they just it's an example of how these libtards just believe all these stupid lies.
Yeah, they just believe whatever they hear. And, you know, and don't get me wrong, I understand it's not just a liberal problem. I mean, a lot of people
Right,
get their
right.
news, they hear these things like, oh my God, is this true? And, you know, even on April 1st now, people are believing stuff. You know what I mean? It was just like, so I
Well,
understand that, but you got to first stop and use some logic first. Then,
right,
if you have the time, like you, call it. Simply call it.
right. Well, the thing is, though, I told her, show me it in writing. Show me it. Whatever. Because she told me a few things. You know, like she tells me I'm brainwashed because I watch Fox News, and none of
They all
that's
say that,
fucking
right? I
fact
haven't
check.
watched Fox News in freaking years.
I watch all the news though, but you know what? Fox News, since I've been watching, they don't. Nobody like I said, all they showed all clips of all these people: Schumer, Obama, Pelosi, another big name. Oh, Bernie.
Yep,
All
Bernie.
of them talked about fucking tariffs and how we need the tariff because our country's getting used and abused.
Yep. It
But they
was cool
showed
back
clips of it.
then.
They didn't just talk about it. They actually showed evidence and showed what they showed that they said something. I'm tired of fucking hearsay bullshit too. If you're gonna tell me something, prove it. Show me it.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like, so at the end of the day, and you know, here's the funny part, Jace. It's not even Trump's doing this. It's almost always Trump's going to. Trump's going to. He's gonna be a dictator. Or he's gonna take over. He's gonna
Yeah.
say it's always going to. They always keep fear mongering people, and that's the part that scares me. Like we can watch what Biden was doing, right? We can see Biden was incognitive, and he couldn't even walk and talk half the time, and they kept lying to us. Right? They didn't say, "Oh, Biden's gonna be," you know, God. That's not what we were scared of. We were literally watching what was
Right.
happening. They're
Speaking of
trying to
that,
lie.
yeah, they're investigating a bunch of shit about that auto pen and all that.
Yeah, well, we'll see what comes of it. That's not really to me. You know, at the end of the day, look, again, I'm not ignorant like these idiot people. Okay, I'm
Right.
not going to hang my hat up and say, "Oh, we got the good politicians in charge now." I'm not an idiot. You know
Right.
what I mean? These people talk, and even I'm starting to have my own recourse about some of these people listening to the press secretary, and you know, I'm a logical guy. If something's happening, like the signal leak that I think we talked about,
That
don't
that's
just but
that's
but
fucked up and
but
that's
we talked about all that
annoying.
anyway. Johnny commented on something to be in the high level or something. But the point is, don't sugarcoat crap. Don't make excuses. Just say
Right.
it. Be the party of integrity for once. So
Right.
if I start seeing people that are talking like you're talking about your friend who didn't have an answer, just say, look, I don't have an answer, but all the evidence leads this way. So we're looking into it. Don't make stuff. Don't be like them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not sure people out there understand that most conservatives probably don't trust either party, but most
Right.
liberals completely
I,
trust their party.
oh God. I don't want to fucking hear about it unless there's solid evidence and
Exactly. You know,
other than
just like
that,
the Epstein list.
shut the fuck. Yeah.
That
That's
whole
never gonna
thing.
come out.
Yeah, but that whole thing just pisses me off because whether Pam Bondi or whatever, whether she got took or not, like, why can't you have integrity? Like, that's what I think people like about Trump. They can relate to him. Everybody knows when he gets up there and says, "This is the greatest, greatest, greatest," or whatever. Everybody knows he's stroking his ego. Everyone knows that. No one's confused thinking, "Wow, I wonder if that was the greatest, phone call he's ever had," or anyone's ever. Like, nobody's guessing that. We can see he's authentic. He's authentically,
Right.
egocentric about his own self, but we can also see he authentically cares about the end result, which is the country. But on the other side, these people are sitting there listening to liars being deceived. Not only that, they're participating in it. And
Right.
it just, and again, I'm at the level, Jay. I don't even like talking about politics anymore because it's making The Walking Dead.
Yeah, the fucking problem is that's all there is to talk about right now.
Well,
Because it's just
well, we could talk about Ovechkin. I think he just broke the record.
who's that?
Oh, you don't know this?
No, we can talk about Crosby.
No, we don't know. Talk about Crosby. He's a
Crosby
whiny.
set a record too.
Yeah, what? Most whining days, games without
Um, 20 year
20 years of crying straight.
20 years in a row, he's averaged over a point a game.
Oh,
That's it. I think it's 19 years now.
yeah. Well,
Over a point a game.
since we
That's to
since
me
we
that's
shift
better than
gears,
he's got
way
more
off track.
cups than that fucking commie bastard too.
Doesn't matter. I think Ovechkin's the best, but we can save that for another show.
Yeah, you
What?
probably think Gretzky was too, and Murray
No,
was.
I don't. No. I think Gretzky was a one-way player, and he was just too soft, and everybody handed him. He probably skated the best. But Ovechkin is the all-around player who can take the body, hits blocks, does all that stuff, and still manages to score that many goals.
No, you can't. I I can't take anything away from Ovechkin because
No, and
that's
that's my
impressive.
point. If Crosby was as physical as Ovechkin was, he may not have as many goals. He might be
You
missing
do
goals.
realize there's different style of play.
Doesn't matter. He's a human being that's invincible. He's like a
He's
monster.
a transgender.
maybe, but he's playing with boys, so it doesn't matter. We have never seen that, right? We've never seen a man become or a woman become a man and go dominate a man sport. We haven't seen that yet,
Well,
right?
yeah, of course not.
It's
But
ridiculous. Anyways, we got way off track here because we were talking about your hands off thing, right?
excuse me. Well, I don't think there's much to talk about because
Wow.
you, well, unless you know why they were protesting,
Well, no,
I
no. I
got nothing to
just
talk
Trump the
about other
Rangers.
than the fact that it
That's
was
all.
yesterday, and I had a friend went to it, one of the places, and
You proved it.
I even asked her how much she got paid.
Yeah, right. Because you've seen
And
that study, right?
she said nobody there got paid.
Right.
But
Of
I'm
course.
like, bull fucking shit.
There's going to be a guy who's going to get the cell phone records and he's going to figure out how many of those coincidentally were all at the other rallies. Yeah, of course. Because they already did that. They said 85% of the people at the Bernie AOC rally were at
Right,
all the other rallies. So
right.
if nobody got paid, these guys don't have a job because they seem to be able to travel for rallies all the time. I wish I had that kind of job where I could just travel for rallies all the time. So yeah, stop the bull crap, stop the line. And that's the sad part. Your friend probably genuinely doesn't have a freaking clue.
She's brilliant.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
really
She
is.
probably doesn't have a freaking clue how much she doesn't know.
She's
Just
one
no clue.
class from having her doctorate.
Well, that doesn't trust me, dude. That
I'm just
means
saying,
nothing.
she's a
Nothing to me.
very, very,
Degrees
very
mean
intelligent.
nothing to me
She's
because
a
of all
very,
this
but she's a
stupid
fucking
smart
libtard.
people. All the stupid smart people out there,
I
because that's the
know.
problem. You got people that have no real world skills that just have no idea what they don't know. Like I
I
already
know, dude.
we've talked about this. When I talk to somebody and they bring up January 6th, the insurrection day, the moment they mention insurrection, I no longer have validate any degree they have, anything they
Oh,
have,
right,
because
right.
if you were in the military, you've been in any other country, or if you knew history, you studied nobody goes to an insurrection without guns. I
I
don't think it's ever happened.
it what we already
Ever.
obviously know it never was a fucking insurrection.
Right.
And number two, I can't stand talking about it because it was okay to fucking burn the streets down and
Sure. But
Missouri
they're
and
gonna tell you
Seattle
that
and
was
all
for
that
a
shit.
civil cause, justified, this was
It was
God,
peaceful,
whatever.
man.
Yeah,
It
right.
was okay to fucking loot and do all. The insurrection wasn't half as bad as that bullshit.
But that's my point, though.
All
If you
those
call
riots.
January 6th an insurrection, if you call it an insurrection, then your degree means nothing to me because
To
you
me,
clearly don't know what
that's
an
old news,
insurrection
though.
is. You don't know what an insurrection is. You really don't. And the fact that you're using that means you're intentionally lying to embellish. So if you are a smart person holding a doctorate or whatever degree you think really got you some money, you're really just a stupid person with a degree. You're not any
Right.
smarter than anybody else.
I didn't
You're
mean to
really not.
set you off with a fucking degree. Goddamn.
You're really not. In fact, this is a trigger point with me at the whole doctor thing anyway, right? Because we have a profession called a doctor. I know I've done this. I think it
Yeah,
was one of my pull the pins way back when. But we have a profession called a doctor. So you go out and get a piece of paper, and now you get to call yourself a doctor and confuse everyone.
it was. She was going to be a physician's assistant, but
But the point being is, just because you got a doctorate degree, now you have a label doctor. What if you get a master degree? Are you master? Do people have to call you Master Jace? Like, oh,
right.
what? Oh, I'm an associate. I'm associate Jim. Like, what? What the hell are you talking about? You don't get a title because you got some damn spent all this money to get a college degree.
Well,
Great, good for you. You
well,
invested all
Joe
your money and
Biden does,
time,
man.
huh?
Joe Biden's a
Of
doctor.
course, and yeah, you see it all the time. They're doctors,
Education
doctors,
at that.
doctor.
It's
It's
funny.
It's dumb, dude. It's dumb. Stop. Just wear your degree on your shirt every day. Let everybody know, look, I got a doctorate degree. I spent a lot of time and did some study, which people are probably using AI to do now anyway. Hell, I think some of people are already caught plagiarizing. So clearly they mean nothing anymore. So stop with it, people. Just stop with it. I mean, even we're retired, right? Do you walk around having people tell you, "Hey, I'm retired sergeant major"? Like, shut up, man. Just shut the hell up. You don't think we earned our rank? You don't think we earned veteran status? So do we walk around? No, that's veteran Jim to you. Like, shut the hell up, people. You all these doctors. You can tell it's a trigger for me, right? I'm so tired of these stupid people who think they got to walk around like, look at my logo. Look, I'm a Purple Heart doctorate recipient. Shut the hell up, dude. Just stop. All
Well,
right, I'm done. I'm done with it.
speaking of that
I'm done.
shit, I had a nice. So my mom is back in my hometown, obviously, and we have this veterans group, and they do a gala every year, different themed gala. And my mom, I was telling my one buddy's like a two bronze stars, one silver, and then one silver, and then a Purple Heart. And I was asking him, I'm like, are you going to the gala, man? And he's like, fuck no, I'm not going to the gala. I'm tired of these motherfuckers, these fucking weekend warriors that act like they're fucking combat veterans and shit. When they've never deployed at one time. But yet they're taking advantage of the program, and
Right.
I don't know how to think, I don't know how to feel about that, but
Well, but still,
I
do
get
you
it.
do you walk around telling people, "Hey, make you call me a combat veteran, Jace"? Like you earned crap, seen crap, been through crap. Like, well, anybody. I'm talking not just to you. I'm talking about anybody's there. Those of us who went, to combat, whatever, we earned this stuff, but we still don't walk
Right,
around demanding people to call us by whatever we just
right,
earned.
right,
Like
right.
what?
But
Now you
like,
can still take advantage of a program, but
well, we've got some guys that were officers in the reserves. Being an officer in the reserve is like
yeah,
being a fucking I don't even being a fucking manager at McDonald's. Big fucking deal.
yeah, and
I
yeah,
mean, I it's cool that you went to boot camp and you came back home, but I was fucking deployed and shit, man. I I saw shit. I don't.
but I'll give them benefit, Jim Jace. You got to give them. I'll give anybody credit who joins, regardless of what
Yes, yes,
capacity,
yes.
because they deserve that. Because not
Yes,
everyone's doing
yes.
that, right? That's still worthy of acknowledgement. Thank you all for because
I
we are
appreciate
volunteer.
everybody that
We're volunteer
has done the
forces,
weekend warrior thing,
right?
but it's just one of those things where I was just saying my one buddy. I mean, he had a couple roadsides and a EOD, and now he's got a Purple Heart and a couple traumatic brain injury and a couple stars, and that's just it was interesting because of your perspective. It was interesting to see his perspective on just the veteran group and how he has no respect for reservists.
Yeah, well, even in the series, look, I didn't do some of the things these guys did. I didn't get blown up, like
Right,
so I'm not gonna sit here walk around pretending I'm like important, like a Purple Heart thing. I respect the guys that did it, but also even in Purple Heart dudes, there's a difference between I ran in there, got killed, saving lives, and I was too stupid to ignore the signs of an IED and stepped on it. Like, there's a
yeah,
total difference between those two.
right,
Both may receive the same reward, but I'm sorry, it still doesn't deserve you to walk around. Like, if you want a signature block that says, "Oh, doctorate recipient,
and
great. But making
that's how
people to
he
call
feels
you
too.
doctor is,
He doesn't
I won't do it, dude.
he doesn't gloat the Purple Heart. He doesn't he doesn't have veteran license plates
Yeah, I
because
don't either. I don't do that stuff either. I don't. I mean, I'll wear a veteran shirt here and there because sometimes they look cool, but I don't do that.
I totally understand.
I well, but also there's two schools of thought for that too. One is because I was always taught because when I went to Saudi Arabia, you're a target, so you don't wear
Right,
that stuff because you don't want to be the
right.
target. So that was part of it. And the other one was, just like I said, I'm a little more humble about it because I more likely downplay my service. Even when people say, "Hey, thank you for your service," I kind of don't know what to say because it's not like, "Oh, all right," it's just one of those things. So yeah,
I just say thanks. I appreciate it.
yeah, I kind of just move the conversation along, don't even kind of respond. But but again, I wanted to make I forgot a point I wanted to make about all this other stuff we were talking about with the stock market and all the things going on right now with Trump. One thing I want people to understand that they really need to see too is this is not all the results of Trump's decisions. There is another aspect here of people intentionally sabotaging Trump. So understand that you're not just seeing Trump's decisions looking bad. You have people in the stock market that are trying to teach Trump a lesson. You
Oh,
understand there you have
absolutely.
people that are trying to sabotage this so Trump doesn't get any of the glory, which goes back to the point you brought up, Chase, where people wanted this, but they don't want Trump to do it. They don't
Right,
want Trump
right.
to succeed at doing it because then they're finished. Then they're insignificant liars that have done nothing in their lives. So
Obama had
don't
8
forget
fucking
that.
years.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I told this man last night. I said, "Look, you guys had so many opportunities to change things, and you never did. So I don't care." And I know this is going to be taken way out of context. Up until the point where people are getting killed, I would trust Hitler to do more for this country than I trust these Democrats because at
Right,
least he was changing things. Not that I liked what he was doing, not that I liked where he went. So go ahead and take it out of context if you want. But my
right.
point is, these these politicians come in and they do absolutely nothing. They do nothing. And we're just going back and forth like a tennis game, and yet we fight with each other, which is ridiculous.
Right.
So somebody's coming in right now and doing things.
I heard the door open.
That's the remote dog, my door, my dog's door. But you know what I mean? Somebody's coming
Right.
in and actually doing something, and I don't believe all this backlash. So what? Let them try. If it fails, what's the worst that could happen? Everyone thinks the country's going to hell anyway. So what's the worst that could
Right.
happen? Let them try something. I'm just so sick of
If you
people.
really think about it though, where the fuck would our country be going if that dumb bitch would have got in?
Oh, the same place it's been going for years.
But
Think about when was the last time we had real change in this country?
it just blows my mind because we were we were we're in such a horrible state that
Did you see the stat?
Trump's a god, man.
Did you see the stat that somebody put out a stat that vacations to Europe rose like 40% last year? Or was it last year? Yeah,
I
I
don't
think.
know.
Yeah, no, no, listen. And then people going to food banks rose 40% last year.
I
Some
believe
the
that.
numbers, forget the numbers.
I
But what
believe
they're
that.
saying is what you're witnessing, and this is why there's a huge divide, because it is a divide. You are witnessing right now the rich get richer. But yet the party that's telling you Trump is trying to make the rich richer has been the party making the rich richer. And the
Right.
poor is getting poorer. So they're eroding the middle class. And who's doing it? The very people that are telling you, oh, Trump just wants millionaires and billionaires to get rich. People, stop being so stupid. Open your freaking eyes. It's ridiculous how stupid these morons on
See,
the street are just wandering.
all you do is get me more fucking pissed off.
I know, my blood's been boiled. This has probably been probably
Well,
one of the
just
episodes
the
that
fact that how in the fuck can you get mad at Elon Musk? Why is there so much hate for Elon? Because he might have saw your name. Who
dude,
fucking cares?
that
He
billionaire
can't
don't
do
need
shit
your damn
to you.
$1,000 bank account. He don't need your bank account.
He don't know he's the richest man on earth. But what? No, but like he's fucking doing us a favor by finding all this fraud and shit.
He's
Why would
doing
you
what
get
all those
fucking
other
mad
people
at
wanted,
that?
right? He's doing
What
what
the
all those people
fuck is?
wanted.
Oh my! Oh, it just fucking fries me,
That's what I'm
dude.
just saying, dude. I don't know if we're really. I hate, like, Nate used to get on me about calling people stupid. Well, he didn't really. I felt bad about it because you shouldn't call people stupid. But I'm convinced, dude. Even your smart doctors, I can't believe how many stupid people we have. Now you can fool me. You may even be able to fool me twice. But how many times does somebody have to lie to you, like a news organization? How many times do they have to get it wrong before you start saying, "Yeah, I can't believe these people anymore," even if they're right? Like, how many
I,
times did he get it wrong before you're like, I'm done? I don't watch Fox News because I know they're biased too. I get it.
right, they're all
I
biased.
get it.
You got to watch both of them to find a happy, and then find a happy middle. But
This is a newsground promo
the
we should get,
the
right?
the issue at hand,
Ground news, newsground, ground news.
the problem I have, I can't fucking watch CNN or
Yeah, I
MSNBC.
can't.
I can't watch it.
No,
They're so fucking hateful. It's fucking
they
disgusting.
don't make sense, dude. They just don't.
But
There's no logic.
how can you fucking get mad when they find fucking some like Sesame Street blowing $20 million on fucking or billion or whatever the fuck it was on a fucking Sesame Street in Afghanistan
Well,
or
you
fucking
know who gets mad, right? The people receiving
yeah,
that money
fucking
get mad.
stupid people.
Well, the people receiving that money should be
The
getting mad
the
because they're
people
no
that are
longer
getting
getting it.
kickbacks, yeah.
Right.
Well, even if that money's going, but
But
like
that's my point, Jace, is I understand those people getting mad. I don't understand the morons on the street that just parrot
right,
the crap and the
right.
burning
Well,
Teslas. And you seen that one video? I don't know if I showed you that video. That one video, that guy giving the guy in the Tesla the finger, all this stuff, and he's filming him, and then the guy ends up turning to the right, runs a kid over on a bike because he's so obsessed with this Tesla dude. He ran over a kid on a
oh
bike
my
on video. The Tesla
god.
guy recorded it. Like, this is how stupid these people are. They're so controlled by their Trump
Then the,
derangement that they have no freaking clue how to even live their life. Like, see me, I'm upset now. Obviously, I'm
if
worked
that
up,
guy fucking
but I can
killed
still
that kid,
control. I don't know if the kid died, but
if he killed that kid, he should get the fucking death penalty.
you're right. You're damn right.
That's
But this
fucking
is why people need
ridiculous.
to wake the
I
hell up.
don't believe I saw that.
You think drugs and alcohol and all that control your life? Man, Trump derangement is right up there, dude. Right up there.
But now Europe, I just saw something on TV. They're destroying some fucking dealerships in Europe.
What,
Tesla
Tesla?
dealerships. They were
Tesla?
spray painting them and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Uh,
Why is Europe involved?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's what I said. Well, but Europe's got more grounding because it's not it's American-made stuff. So if Europe's
Right,
mad that we're allowing American products in Europe, let them be, because that's how we got here. All these countries, just like they said, go
right,
and look in Japan and see if you find a Ford. You ain't
right,
gonna find American cars in Japan because they won't let you bring them in Japan.
right. And
That's what
Europe.
every country does to get rich.
Right.
Oh, gee, I'm gonna go need to take a cold shower or something after this.
Sounds good.
Well, matter of fact, then why don't we go ahead and end it here? Because you know what? I'm just going to keep getting worked up. And I don't know. This has probably been the most I've been pissed off. But in all reality, I'm not a violent man. I don't like violence. I'm capable of it, obviously. I've proven that. Was in the military long enough. But I'm just getting tired of people. And at some point, there is going to be a pivot point where there's no coming back. Like
At
right now,
some point.
you're just destroying Teslas. Right. At some
Right.
point, we're going to have to pull the pin, and it's on. Because,
At some point, it's going to happen.
yeah, I mean, because look, right now, these morons are going after Tesla dealers, even Tesla drivers, which probably are on their own side. They're
Right.
gonna poke the bear. They're gonna poke the bear, and it's not because we're not rallying against this stuff. But you get right. You go ahead and poke the bear at one of these days, man. I'm telling you, you go ahead and
I
piss
know.
off all these people who
And these
believe in what
fucking
he's
people
doing.
that keep talking about we need to have a civil war, they better be careful what they fucking wish
I'm
for.
telling you, dude. I'm telling you. I am not a violent man, but you go ahead and put and threaten my family or me. Well, dude,
I'm not violent, but I
you.
feel the same way. The only difference between you and I, maybe, is I have the guns and I have the ammo ready.
Oh, dude,
I'm ready.
you're not gonna catch me without a gun.
That's right. You do have guns.
Yeah,
I have the
every
ammo
job
and
I
the
have,
guns
I carry
ready
a
to
gun.
go.
Every place I go, I've got. Believe me, I'm not falling stupid to these idiots, man. Not happening. Not happening. But yeah. So, anyways, please wake your neighbors up. Look, and if you're some reasonable liberal Democrat, because there are some out there that obviously think this Elon Musk stuff is getting way out of hand. They're no, but people don't want to live in violence. See, that's the sad part of all of this. I think we all want the same thing. We all want the same utopia.
We
We
want
just
the
can't agree
American
on how to
dream.
get there. It's just, well, don't get me wrong. I say we all want that, but some people do want just power and control. Some people do want that. They don't care about anyone else. They just want their own power and control. And this is evident in real life. You know, when something happens to you, it's this big offensive thing. When something happens to someone else, oh, they probably deserved it. Like, at the end of the day, it's just people, but we need to figure it out. If not, we're just going to wait. Like I always say, Godspeed. When God comes back, it's done. And it's starting to lead like more toward that. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Why don't we go ahead and end this? Thanks, Johnny, Christine, for your comments. We do notice some. Unfortunately, things are so busy and chaotic. Stay safe, stay strong, keep yourself armed. Don't get into anything until they force you into something, because they're going to use that to demonize you anyway. But all of you out there, yeah, try to wake up your liberal friends, man. Just do it politely because they need a hug. Uh, yeah. I'm kind of done with this. Like I said, this is even ruining the show for me because I'm so sick of these people.
You're gonna make me go into my safe space.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can't even talk to them anymore. I just am so tired of even just talking, even about the weather. I just don't care to talk to these people anymore. I don't. But anyway, I will try to respect them as long as I can, respecting your time, my time. That is all that we're going to do for this, Jace. Appreciate you as always. Get out there, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. And until then, Godspeed.
Pull it already, baby.
Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.